Acapulco wasn't always this tourist-filled spot. But there was a time when it was the center of the world's glamour, a runway where Hollywood's most famous stars paraded, and which to this day still holds the reputation of an iconic vacation destination. But how did a quiet fishing port become a symbol of luxury and adventure in the 1960s, attracting personalities like John F. Kennedy? Today, we'll take you on a unique journey to Acapulco of the past, from its rise as an incredible destination to the present. Are you ready for the journey? Let's begin. Before its peak, Acapulco was a fishing port on Mexico's southern coast. Located in the state of Guerrero, approximately 405 kilometers from the capital, it was a tranquil area that only began to see development in 1940, after the construction of the first commercial dock and warehouses. However, centuries earlier, Acapulco had already hinted it was destined for great things. During the era of New Spain, it was one of the most important ports, becoming the busiest trade center of the time, even surpassing the port of Veracruz. But I bet you have no idea what the name of this beautiful place means. The truth is, there are two versions, one officially accepted by the Academic Society of Historians, and another without a clear consensus. The first states that the word Acapulco originates from the Nahuatl Acatulpolco, where Acatl means cane, pole, or pull, implies something larger, and co indicates place, giving it the meaning place of tall reeds. The other interpretation suggests the name could derive from Acatulpoloaco, combining Acatl, reed, poloa, destroy or devastate, and co, place, meaning where the reeds were devastated or destroyed. However, reeds aren't native to the region like corn stalks are. Whatever its meaning, the reality is that Acapulco quickly transformed from a small town of only 5,000 residents into a larger, more impressive city of 50,000 within a couple of decades. But how did Acapulco become the crown jewel of Hollywood's jet set in the 60s? To answer that, we need to go back to the 1950s, when the changes needed to make it the star's favorite destination began. And I can tell you in advance that you will be shocked when you find out that one of them involves a war conflict. To be clear, two key events helped catapult Acapulco as the ultimate tourist destination for celebrities. In 1949, Acapulco inaugurated the Miguel Alemán Coastal Avenue, a main road that allowed the development of hotel infrastructure in the city. This also marked the start of other road constructions connecting the city with the rest of the country, especially the capital. Although Acapulco already had commercial flights, they only had a landing strip that wasn't entirely safe. This projected growth was crucial for planning a new, modern airport, which would achieve international status in 1967. However, it wasn't until the end of World War II that it became the most sought-after destination. Many American celebrities had limited travel options due to conditions in Europe, making Mexico, and especially Acapulco, an attractive alternative, offering an exotic, relaxing, and exclusive atmosphere. This led stars like Elizabeth Taylor, Frank Sinatra, and other Hollywood elites to choose the Mexican port as their favorite vacation spot. In fact, Taylor not only visited Acapulco, but also had a civil wedding there with her third husband, Mike Todd. Another who enjoyed the sweetness of love in Acapulco was John F. Kennedy, who chose this coastal city as the ideal destination for his honeymoon with his wife Jacqueline in 1953. But Acapulco's charm wasn't just in its beaches and the gossip magazines that revealed Hollywood's best-kept secret. The city also became a center of cinematic development worldwide. Its landscapes served as inspiration for artists and filmmakers who saw in its beaches and terrains the realization of their dreams. For example, in 1949, actor, director, and screenwriter Orson Welles, known for his radio work, The War of the Worlds, filmed The Lady from Shanghai, a drama and film noir work set in Acapulco. However, the most famous production of all, the one that catapulted the city as a dream destination, was undoubtedly Fun in Acapulco, a 1963 movie starring none other than Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Still, you wouldn't guess the secret behind this production. It has been confirmed that Presley never actually visited Acapulco or set foot in Mexico to film it, as the images were photo montages created by actress Katie Jurado using other locations. In fact, for the scenes in Mexico, it is said that a double for Elvis was used, who was later edited out in post-production to be replaced by images Presley recorded in the Paramount Studios in Los Angeles. You might wonder why he didn't just come, considering Los Angeles and Acapulco aren't that far apart. The answer is even stranger than the fact itself. Despite rumors that said Elvis was a persona non grata in Mexico after visiting Tijuana and expressing his dislike of the country, nothing could be further from the truth. The real reason for his absence had nothing to do with him, but with his manager, Tom Parker, who lived illegally in the United States. This irregular migration status prevented the Dutchman from allowing the king of rock and roll to travel outside of America. However, this didn't stop the musical, released in the United States on November 27, 1963, from directly influencing how people of the time viewed Acapulco. But with this fame, Acapulco also faced major changes, and its residents had to start adapting to a new reality, where luxury and celebrity lifestyles became the norm. Up until now, it's clear that Acapulco was a glamorous city anyone would die to visit. But what if I told you that none of us would probably have had access to that city? The truth is, Acapulco has always had a reputation for being an expensive city. However, the 50s and 60s were when this reputation was most justified. Fishing, which was once the port's economic base, was replaced by tourism, which was gearing up to receive hundreds of thousands of tourists, breaking their piggy banks to experience what celebrities and artists were enjoying in Acapulco. And saying this is not an exaggeration. Luxury hotels and beachfront properties had high rates, contributing to Acapulco's image as an exclusive and pricey destination. It's also important to remember that none of this would have been possible without infrastructure investment from public and private sectors that did not spare any expense on their returns. But don't worry. If you still dream of going to Acapulco for a vacation and think money is an excuse for not pursuing your dream, listen to this. Today, Acapulco mainly attracts domestic tourists, which has shifted its economic dynamics. Even though it's still a popular vacation spot, the visitor profile has evolved toward more affordable tourism, where you can find sights and experiences to fit your budget. From enjoying iconic beaches like La Condesa, Caleta, and Calatilla, and engaging in water sports like diving or yacht rides, to witnessing cliff divers at La Quebrada, Acapulco has different activities for all tastes and populations. It's also a city that never sleeps, offering vibrant nightlife, with numerous bars, clubs, and venues where you can enjoy live music and dance until the early hours. And if shopping is your thing, Acapulco is also the answer you've been looking for. This area is ideal for connecting with Mexican traditions, especially coastal ones, and acquiring crafts and souvenirs to support local trade. Acapulco became a symbol of exclusivity, elegance, and glamour, attracting celebrities and elites from around the world. In an era marked by tensions and conflicts in various parts of the globe, this city offered a unique escape, a sunny, lively refuge where luxury and sophistication mixed with the natural beauty of its beaches and the charm of its people. Acapulco in those years didn't just define a golden age of tourism in Mexico, but also left a mark on world culture and imagination, representing an oasis of peace and pleasure in turbulent times. If you enjoyed this journey through Acapulco's history, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to discover more fascinating destinations like this one. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to learn more interesting facts about Acapulco or other famous cities of the past century. Also, don't forget to share the video and turn on notifications so you don't miss more incredible stories. See you on the next adventure.